marketing professional. He works with a blood management company. He loves to tell stories. We have seen his storytelling skills in the past speeches which he gave. A wonderful storyteller. His topic for today is misses and hits. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the cool, calm and composed Ratan Shetty, please.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters.
Good evening.
The Big B once said, English is a funny language. You know which Big B I am referring to? No, it's not Mr. Don Bosco. Not Mr. Bosco. So Mr. Bachchan, in a movie, he said that English is a funny language. I do not prescribe to that. I think that English or any language for that matter is not funny. But yes, pronunciations sometimes evoke fun and other emotions as well. Now, my story happened somewhere between 2006, 2005 to 2011 when I used to work in the city of Delhi in a company called as RFCL, erstwhile Ranbaxy Fine Chemicals. Now there I used to have colleagues in the office, many of whom were known to me. Now the problem was with people who were not known to me, Delhiites in general, some of whom I met on work. So when I went across to them and with my some document which had my name, invariably they associated me with the safety plan. Now, I did not try to tell them that S-H-E-P-T-Y is Shetty, not Seti, because that would have led me into tale of itself and tale by itself, and the story would have gone on for donkey's ages. So I didn't do that. Now, speaking of business acquaintances, I had this acquaintance from a principal partner. Now, we were distributors, and we had principal partners in European countries. Like we had a Spanish distributor, a Spanish principal partner, we had an Israeli principal partner. So, this representative by the name of Alberto Royo Casada from Spain, I used to call him Albert, and he used to call me Ratan. I did not tell him that my name has only two A's, one before T and one after T. Now, in business, mispronunciation can lead to mild humor, minor inconveniences, and major disturbances. Unfortunately. Let me move to my next instance, which talks of communicating serious messages. Now I come from the western part of India. I have got a friend Suresh who is also from the western part of India. Suresh just looks like me. His appearance, his height, his I would say his mannerisms are very much like mine. Suresh has got a son by the name of Ramesh. Ramesh, when I spoke to Suresh last, was somewhere in the 11th standard, in his late teens, so maybe he was completing college at that time. And I asked Suresh, how is Ramesh? Suresh said, very dejected. Ramesh takes ma gayo. Literally translated, Ramesh takes ma gayo. Which literally translated means Ramesh went gone in states, but I said he's gone to the US. What's the harm? It's good. You should rejoice. Then later in the conversation I realized that poor Ramesh had not been able to clear his statistics paper. And because of that, it was Suresh who was really dejected. Now, speaking of pronunciation and serious messages, there was this German Coast Guard person He was inducting a rookie. So the rookie came in, took his seat, sat on the seat. The gentleman just told him that you have to take charge of that. He went away. The German senior went away. The rookie was sitting on the seat and he got a call. So he got a wireless call, and on the wireless call he heard the message, we're sinking, we are sinking. This is a German man, he's getting a message. We're sinking, we're sinking. This guy was new to his office, he ignored the message, he just looking at his new office and the seat and getting comfortable with it. The guy again said, we're sinking. You could hear it, said, we're sinking. Now, he was an eager and energetic guy, and he wanted to respond to that. So he said, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? Fellow Toastmaster, this was an ad. It's not a real instance, right? This was an ad for an English-speaking course on a German channel. So I'm not a salesman. Now, mispronunciation, serious messages, can lead to mild humor, minor inconvenience, and major disturbances. Now that brings me to another instance, a set of instances which deal with my habit of referring to something called as Google Maps. And then Google Maps comes into the picture. Who comes in the picture? At least for me, who comes in the picture is this Google Maps lady who's got her own accent, right? Now, when I usually, when I'm driving alone, because of my ADHD, I keep forgetting the distances, the roads, the turnings and everything. And so I depend on this lady. Now, I was one of these foul moods wherein I was venting on my anger on the roads, traffic, the administration. Imagine, that you can reach in 10 minutes, you are taking 45 minutes. And at that time I was stunned, stupefied, shocked. When the lady said, turn right at the AS Traffic Commissioner Police office. I was not able to react. What did she mean by that? By the time I reached the place and saw the board, it says ASSE, Traffic Police Commissioner. Pronunciations, when you get direction, when you are giving directions, can be. Another instance, just the case of abbreviations. This lady said, turn right on this road. So what? By the time I reached there, I saw it was BWSSB road. And by now I was on the verge of forming a notion that Google Maps with abbreviations, there's a problem. But at that time, what I saw was, just ahead, there was a left turn, and the message was, turn left on Parbury Road. Thought this is some historical figure or some famous person, local person, and this is his name. Then I read the board, it said Pottery. Okay. So mispronunciations, when you are giving directions, can lead to mild humor, minor inconvenience. In my case, it hasn't led to, but it can lead to major disturbances. Fellow Toastmasters, I am not going to tell you the tips of how to improve your pronunciation. I think it is tacit, but I will not tell you that you please listen properly and decide what is shin, what is chin, what is rife, what is life, what is lip, what is leap, and then when you listen properly, speak according to what you listen. I am not doing that. I am not doing that. I am also not going to tell you that while learning pronunciation, make a list of the challenging words and then find a colleague, a work friend, someone with whom you can practice it and learn from them. I want to tell you that as well. But I am going to share something which is Toastmaster from Sydney Toastmasters once said, and he said, Charles, that the native language has an impression how you pronounce when you speak in English. And this gentleman Charles has got this beautiful habit of taking all the Oriental people, everybody who has a challenge with speaking English in a native accent, getting them together, writing a blog for them, and honing their skills. I think that's beautiful. Don't you think so?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think that this is the right place to improve communication skills, to improve every nuance, every aspect, including pronunciation. The goal of every good speaker is to be understood well. I think English can be a language with a lot of fun. What do you think?
Yes.